KXLY-TV 4, Spokane and the Inland Northwest.
With Cole Bunzel, Stan Wilson with sports, and Richard Montague with weather.
Good evening. Governor Dixie Lee Ray tonight called for a reevaluation of state funding for public schools.
This has been the late edition of News 4. Be sure to get all the latest news with News 4's Live at 5 and News 4 at 11.
This is KXLY-TV, Channel 4, Spokane.
This is News 4's Weekend Report.
Good evening. The Soviet spy satellite Cosmos 1402 is down.
You're watching 4, KXLY-TV, Spokane, Washington.
Good evening. Welcome to the Weekend Report. It's Sunday, November 18th. I'm Donna Kelly. Only hours away now from a hearing in Seattle tomorrow for alleged South Hill rapist Kevin Coe. Coe is expected to post bail and could be released.
Live from the Channel 4 studios in Spokane, Washington. From News 4, the latest news from our area's largest broadcast news team. This is News 4's Weekend Report.
Spokane County prosecutors are expected to attend tomorrow's hearing in Seattle. Before Kevin Coe can be released, Judge Patricia Aiken will decide if the Coes and the bonding company have guaranteed his $100,000 bond adequately.
From Spokane, Washington, and the Inland Northwest, this is News 4 at 11 with Elaine Murphy and Rob Doherty, Bud Namick Sports, and Steve Mum's pinpoint forecast for tomorrow.
A crippled child from Ethiopia has come to Spokane for surgery that will change his life.
Without the operation, the boy would never be able to run and play like other children.
Good evening. A Spokane doctor arranged for the child to...
From Spokane, Washington, and the Inland Northwest, this is News 4's Weekend Report with Marianne Mashima and Corey Warren, Dennis Patchen Sports, and Darrell Romaine's pinpoint forecast for tomorrow.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. The long, agonizing months of waiting...
From Spokane, Washington, and the Inland Northwest, this is News 4's Weekend Report with Marianne Mashima, Dennis Patchen Sports, and Darrell Romaine's pinpoint forecast for tomorrow.
Good evening to you. Marianne Mashima is homesick tonight.
The Inland Northwest's most dependable news team. Rick Douglas, Elaine Murphy, Steve Mum with weather, and Bud Namick with sports. Now, News 4 at 5.
Experts are trying to learn what tore a 10 by 40-foot hole in the side of a 747.
This is KXLY-TV, News 4, Spokane. The Inland Northwest's most dependable news team. Rick Douglas, Karen Kelly, meteorologist Steve Mum, and Bud Namick with sports. Now, News 4 at 11.
The Spokane County Sheriff's Department has closed an old gravel pit in South Spokane where a skull, hair, and bones of a female have been discovered. Good evening, and thank you for joining us.
This is KXLY-TV, News 4, Spokane. The Inland Northwest's most dependable news team. Rick Douglas, Karen Kelly, meteorologist Steve Mum, and Bud Namick with sports. Now, News 4 at 11.
And it sounded like the whole trailer was just roaring. I thought it was going to go away.
This is KXLY-TV, News 4 Spokane. The Inland Northwest's most dependable news team. Rob Doherty, Darrell Romaine with weather, and Dennis Patchen with sports. Now, News 4 Weekend.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you very much for joining us.
Channel 4, KXLY-TV, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene. And this is News 4 at 11.
A statewide burning ban is in effect at this hour as Mother Nature makes our pollution problem worse. Good evening, everybody. My partner Rick Douglas is off tonight.
And this is News 4 at 11.
A pillar of black smoke stretches sky high. Crews scramble to douse a blaze at Kaiser Mead. Good evening. Dozens joined the battle, but there was no stopping the flames.
KXLY-TV, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene. This is News 4 Weekend.
Tearful goodbyes from Northwest families watching their loved ones leave for Somalia.
You're watching News 4 Weekend with Marianne Mishima, Darren Watkins, Daryl Romaine, and Dennis Patchen.
From KXLY News, this is the Emmy Award-winning News 4 at 5.
Victims, their families, and our community remain in a state of shock today, trying to understand why a crazed gunman would open fire on more than 24 innocent people.
From KXLY News, this is News 4 at 6.
The city of Calgary is more than just the biggest city north of Spokane.
Tonight, News 4 broadcasts live from Cowtown. Well, good evening and welcome to News 4 live from Calgary, Alberta.
We are actually above the city right now.
From KXLY News, this is News 4 at 11.
Big smiles all around as one of the littlest victims of Monday's shooting rampage at Fairchild gets out of the hospital. 5.5-year-old Janessa Zacuto is home tonight.
KXLY News, this is News 4 at 5.
Yeah, it's a nice day, but it's still prison.
You're watching News 4 at 5 with Barry Judge, Marianne Mishima, weather with Laura Ashley, and sports with Rick Lukens.
What happened to the heat today? Only 84 and it's going into the 50s tonight?
News 4, winner of the Emmy for Best Newscast.
From KXLY News, this is News 4 at 6.
This oxygen machine helps a Spokane woman breathe, but she says a threat to cut off her electrical power could have been a death sentence.
From KXLY News, this is News 4 at 11.
A search and rescue team recovers the body of a Spokane County hiker after his brother makes the painful discovery.
From KXLY News, this is News 4 at 11.
Good evening. I'm Carrie Tomlinson.
And I'm John Allison.
You're watching News 4 at 11 with Carrie Tomlinson, John Allison, weather with Elizabeth Gardner, and sports with Todd Lewis.
Welcome back.
You're watching News 4 at 11 with Marianne Mishima, Mark Wright, weather with Laura Ashley, and sports with Dennis Patchen.
Well, the cold weather brings with it several health concerns, specifically for children.
This is KXLY-TV, ABC4, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene. Now, from the largest broadcast news team in the Inland Northwest, this is Total News 4 Daytime.
Welcome to News 4 Daytime on this Friday. Topping our news today.
KXLY-TV, ABC4, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene. Now, from the Inland Northwest, #1 source for breaking news, this is Total News 4 at 5.
Good evening. We start tonight with the story of Connie LaFontaine.
This is KXLY-TV, ABC4, Spokane, Coeur d'Alene. Now, from the largest broadcast news team in the Inland Northwest, this is Total News 4 at 6, winner of the Emmy for Best Newscast.
Good evening. It is understaffed, its workload is growing, and it needs more help.
Now, from the Inland Northwest, #1 source for breaking news, this is Total News 4 at 11.
They risk their lives, but some say police...
You're watching Total News 4 at 11 with Richard Brown and Marianne Mishima.
And welcome back. We have some news tonight on the...
Live from the KXLY Broadcast Center. Now, 1 full hour of KXLY-4 News at 6.
And after 10 years in the making...
Live from the KXLY Broadcast Center. Now, KXLY-4 News at 11.
With the holidays right around the corner, you might be asking yourself how you can give back to the community. Good evening, I'm Autumn Wells.
Live from the KXLY Broadcast Center. Now, KXLY-4 News at 11.
The Spokane River crested tonight just before 8 o'clock. Thanks for joining us. I'm Robin Nance.
Live from the KXLY Broadcast Center in downtown Spokane. You're watching KXLY-4 News with Robin Nance, meteorologist Chris Crocker, and Dennis Patchen with sports. This is KXLY-4 News at 11. KXLY-4 News. Never miss a story.
Live from the KXLY-4 HD Broadcast Center in downtown Spokane, you're waking up with Good Morning Northwest HD.
Local author Karen Hood is here this morning.
Live from the KXLY-4 HD Broadcast Center in downtown Spokane. This is KXLY-4 HD News at 5.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us on this Monday.
Live from the KXLY-4 HD Broadcast Center in downtown Spokane with 1 full hour of news. This is KXLY-4 HD News at 6.
Well, Hospice of Spokane held...
Live from the KXLY-4 HD Broadcast Center with the only local news at 6:30. You're watching KXLY-4 HD News.
Massive lines, 90-minute waits, people everywhere. It's not Disneyland, not a big city airport.
No, it's the new Winco Foods in North Spokane.
Live from the KXLY-4 HD Broadcast Center in downtown Spokane. This is KXLY-4 HD News at 11.
We begin tonight with breaking news out of North Idaho. Good evening, I'm Dave Erickson.
You're watching KXLY-4 HD News at 11 with Robin Nance, meteorologist Chris Crocker and her exclusive HD forecast, plus Derek Dice with sports. This is KXLY-4 HD News at 11. Never miss a story. Live from the KXLY-4 HD Broadcast Center in downtown Spokane. This is KXLY-4 HD News at 11.
Another rough road trip for the Cougs as they headed to Corvallis for a battle with Oregon State. Good evening, I'm John Langler.
You're watching KXLY-4 HD News at 11 with John Langler, Leslie Lowe and her exclusive HD forecast. Plus, Ben Kaplan with sports. This is KXLY-4 HD News at 11. Never miss a story. Live from the KXLY News Center in downtown Spokane. This is Good Morning Northwest, working for you.
April is Oral Cancer Awareness Month, and early detection is the key to staying on top of that disease. We're going to give you an opportunity to get a free oral cancer screening.
Live from the KXLY-4 HD Broadcast Center in downtown Spokane. This is KXLY-4 HD News at 5.
Tragedy for Fairchild Air Force Base.
Live from the KXLY-4 HD Broadcast Center in downtown Spokane. This is KXLY-4 HD News at 6. Live from the KXLY News Center in downtown Spokane. This is KXLY-4 News at 6, working for you.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Nadine Woodward.
Live from the KXLY News Center in downtown Spokane. This is KXLY-4 News at 5, working for you.
No rest for weary firefighters or devastated homeowners.
Tired, they're working long hours, they're not getting sleep, but they're giving it their best. They're doing a great job.
KXLY-4 Fire Watch coverage continues from across our state with tears for the fallen, prayers for the injured, and hope as help moves in from near and far. And another dangerous day on the fire.
Live from the KXLY News Center in downtown Spokane, this is Good Morning Northwest, working for you.
Now on KXLY-4's Good Morning Northwest, police on a welfare check in East Spokane found a woman dead. Why they arrested the man inside that home.
Live from the KXLY News Center in downtown Spokane, this is KXLY-4 News Special Edition, working for you.
It was a sea of green as hundreds of people took advantage of the mild weather today and headed out to celebrate the St. Patrick's Day Parade in downtown Spokane. Good afternoon, I'm Brittany Paris. Casey has the night off.
Live from the KXLY News Center in downtown Spokane, this is KXLY-4 News at 5.
Tonight we begin with the stories making headlines at this hour. The KXLY-4 Story Tracker.
Live from the KXLY News Center in downtown Spokane, this is KXLY-4 News at 5, working for you.
Road construction in downtown Spokane may be a headache for drivers, but for some businesses.
Live from the KXLY News Center in downtown Spokane, this is KXLY-4 News at 6.
We begin tonight with the KXLY-4 Story Tracker, the breaking headlines we're looking into tonight.
Live from the KXLY News Center in downtown Spokane, this is KXLY-4 News at 6:30.
Live from the KXLY News Center in downtown Spokane, this is KXLY-4 News at 6:30, working for you.
In news for your safety tonight, hundreds of thousands of computers worldwide have been hit by the WannaCry virus.
Welcome to Nightside. We're going to start things off with a check on some of the day's top stories. 11 days, 100 flyers, and 30,000 social media shares later. Juliet the dog is back home where he belongs. My Ruger turned up 100 miles away in St. Mary's, Idaho on Tuesday. His family wants to thank everyone who made the reunion of dog and family possible. The Chef Chad White's new lobster bar appears to be a hit. They've sold out of lobster each of the first 3 days they've been on open. High Tide Lobster Bar offers lobster rolls, salad, clam chowder, and more. The eatery is on the second floor of the Numerica building on Riverside Avenue in downtown Spokane. Well, thanks for staying up with KXLY-4. I'm Aaron Luna.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Well, good morning, Northwest. It is a great day here in Spokane and here in the new home of 4 News Now. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Robin Nance. We are so happy to finally welcome you to our new home.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 5.
We start with breaking news tonight. Authorities are looking for 2 people in the Spokane River.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6.
Tonight we're uncovering new developments in a deadly shooting and the man accused of pulling the trigger.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Here's news for your money you can't afford to miss.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is Nightside on 4 News Now.
Well, in weather news a little bit closer to home, we do have a storm moving through the inland northwest right now.
You're watching KXLY-4. It matters where you get your news.